Were you missing the Doctor? Was that part of your whole, did I gotta get back?
No, I mean, I kept watching Doctor Who when I wasn't working on it, when my friend Steve Moffat took over, then Chris Chibnall took over, and Jodie Whittaker became the Doctor. So I was a happy viewer. No, it was simply the fact that the BBC had plans to supersize it. And here we are. They wanted this version, this great big international streaming version. So I thought I can do that. I'd love that.
It looks like $1 million. It looks like you've got a lot of money to play with. Is that true?
Thank you. But we have got a nice budget. It's not a budget of some of my fellow lovely franchises out there. But I also think Doctor Who survives by not by money, by being very inventive. For example, we get given a nice bit of money for special effects, but we haven't spent that on fleets of spaceships. Instead, you've got talking babies and Jinx Monsoon. So I hope we've spent it in the right areas, in inventive areas, rather than just flashing the cash.
Well, and then when you decide to go back in time, how did you happen to choose what time you went back to?
That was a funny one. That was a friend of mine, a director called Sam Arbour, who actually directed a series, I think it's on Amazon over here, called Dead Hot. Anyway, he's a young man. He's about 23 years old. I've been mentoring him for a couple of years. He's a genius. And he said, if I had a TARDIS, the first thing I'd go back and do is to watch the Beatles recording their very first album. And the fact that a young man said that was really attractive to me. If I'd have said it, that's the kind of thing a 61-year-old says. But for him to say it, for him to be interested in that, made me think, oh, that's interesting. And yeah, here we are. He's delighted that his one-off idea, his off-the-cuff comment, has become a whole adventure.
The other thing I noticed that you were able to do is you made it inviting to people who have never seen it before.
Well, yes, I
Was
hope
that
so.
purposeful? Was that we've got it now?
Absolutely deliberate. Not got to, I want to. I want the whole world to be watching this. And in fairness, every so often Doctor Who does this, and almost every season tries to start from scratch. Certainly every time a new companion walks through the door. But this time I really thought this is new. This is on a platform that'll reach places. It's been dubbed into languages it's never been dubbed into before. And that is in itself is a huge feat and a really important thing to do. So it's reaching out in home native languages to people. And so it was a chance for me to kind of introduce Ruby Sunday, the companion played by Millie Gibson, who's the human in the equation. She walks through the door of the TARDIS saying, what's this door, what's this TARDIS? And she asks every single question that the viewer wants to ask. And that's Doctor Who's a very clever show. That's why it's run for so many years, because that's inbuilt.
You're known for planting seeds that blossom later. Did you do that in this season? Are there things that sometime 10 years from now I'll be able to see?
Oh, I don't know about 10 years. Certainly this year you'll see an awful lot of blooms. I mean, on the simplest level and the most important level is the mystery of Ruby's birth. We're told in the first episode called The Church on Ruby Road that we see her being a foundling. She's a child left on a church doorstep by a mysterious woman. Is that her mother? Was it a woman? Who can it be? And that question is answered. We're not going to give you one of those 5-year-long mysteries. I can't bear those things. Trust me, by the season finale, that reaches a devastating climax where all questions are answered and nothing is ever quite what you expect. And it's really tough for those two lead characters.
This is such a legacy show. What do you want your legacy to be? Particularly since you're tied in with it.
I want my legacy to be someone like me, someone who's a child now, sitting in this chair in 60 years' time, probably a hologram, hyperspatial link, talking to journalists on another planet, but sitting here describing their version of Doctor Who, because I think this show can go on forever.
Is there a big book of all of the stuff you need to know? I mean, so you can go back and reference it, or how do you go, did we do this?
There isn't an official Bible, and a lot of it's in my head. I do know the entire television history. There's an awful lot of books, there's an awful lot of spin-offs. I don't quite count them, to be honest. I've got the television version in my head. But even then, the show's always been marvelously flexible. I think Doctor Who has seen the downfall of Atlantis 3 times. They just forgot every time that they'd done it before. And actually, every time it got slightly better. So no one really cares. We all kind of think, oh, that's the timelines. The timelines got mixed up. And I'm a little bit more diligent than that. I wouldn't do a fourth Atlantis. I wouldn't push it that far. But so there's a lot of flexibility. But yes, I do have a list of not a list of rules, but a list of places where the TARDIS has been.
And are there some kind of qualities that a doctor needs? You know, when you're hiring and you're looking for someone, what are those things?
I think anyone casting any drama would say to you that their lead actor needs to be limitless, so that, you know, it's when you start some actors, bless them, you might say, oh, they're good at comedy, or they're not good at comedy, they're good at the dark stuff. And actually, no thanks. I want someone who's good at everything. I want someone who's good in ways I can't even possibly anticipate and describe. And we've absolutely got that with Ncuti and with Millie as his companion. It's like, I feel I can write anything and take them anywhere because I think I'm always chasing their talent, frankly. I'm chasing to catch up with how good their talent is.
Well, it's so fun. And I told Ncuti, I said his ability is to cry on cue, and you take full advantage of it. So,
oh my God, it's like he's an editor's dream because the tears flow. You can see the editor going, bang, we'll cut there as the emotion hits him. He's so raw, he's so open, he's so emotional. And I think for a male hero to be that in 2024 on screen in a great big close-up is a wonderful thing.
thank you so much. I sure appreciate this.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you.
Write more things. Getting to work.
I'm busy. I promise. Thank you. Bye.